Oh man, we are back. So it's been a while. I've been doing a lot of testing this past month or so. We're about to reach the end of this season of the format. So season 31 and then season 32 starts at the beginning of July. Good news is, however, even though I've been inconsistent with videos, my job, we're kind of like at the downturn of the year where it's not as busy. So I'm going to be free from now until like probably early September to be more available to make videos. That's pretty cool. Just ignore the record for right now. I know the record doesn't look too good, 134 and 102. I've been doing a lot of testing this month with different teams. Obviously, this is the last team I was using. Now I'm on this team, Miraidon Zamazenta. Originally, I was running Miraidon Lunala. You guys obviously know when I got first on Pokemon Showdown. I think it was about 2 months back. I was running Lunala, Miraidon, then a variation of that team ended up winning the first regional, which was pretty cool. But the thing is, there's one pretty big flaw on that team, and the biggest flaw that I kind of noticed is that that team's very weak to Terapagos, and Terapagos had a pretty decent showing at NAIC. I think it got top 8 or something. So I've kind of shifted over from Miraidon Lunala to Miraidon Zamazenta, just because Zamazenta has a pretty good Terapagos matchup, but the Lunala Miraidon core has a really bad Terapagos matchup. Mostly because Lunala can't touch Terapagos with Moongeist Beam because it's a normal type, and then Moonblast isn't a stab move. And then you have Miraidon where Terapagos could get rid of its terrain when it Terra types. So it just makes it for not a really good time. And then Terapagos a lot of time has Calm Mind, so then it just reduces the damage of both Lunala and Miraidon while it's able to increase its damage output. So it's just a really, really tough matchup for those teams. But I'm now running this team. This team's pretty fun to run. Essentially, the whole strategy of the team is obviously Zamazenta is just kind of used to beat a lot of those Terapagos teams, but Whimsicott also has Endeavor, which is pretty awesome because I made Miraidon a point slower than it. So you just click Endeavor when you're brought down to Sash, and then Miraidon just kills stuff with very low base power moves like Snarl. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. My opponent's running this. Okay, I'm thinking we lead Zamazenta Whimsicott. My Whimsicott does also have Protect as well. Or we could do this. We could lead Miraidon Zamazenta. We have Snarl to kind of slow down the opposing Cali Shadow, and then Miraidon just hits a lot of stuff for nice damage. And then we could go... could go for Rigoraph, actually. But what does Rigoraph outside of Cali Shadow kind of beat on this team? I'm thinking we go Whimsicott and Volcarona. I think this is the most favorable way to kind of form this matchup. So yeah, but I am really enjoying this team. This team's really, really cool. So yeah, we're gonna see what ends up happening here. I haven't seen a Clefairy and Cali Shadow core in in a while, so this is certainly interesting. I don't remember how I played against it, but I'm pretty sure it was Zamazenta and then just a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, so my opponent's gonna lead these two. I'm obviously gonna lose the Terrain War, which isn't great, but the thing is I will be able to get off Snarls, which is pretty nice. A lot of Cali Shadow now are running Terra Dark, but some of them still do run Terra Fairy, so I think just clicking Heavy Slam is going to be the most optimal play on my end. There also have been a huge shift of Cali Shadow now running Encore Disable, so that's also something else to kind of keep in mind. But yeah, we're just going to do this. My opponent could do... They could fake out either Pokemon. If I were them, I would personally just fake out Miraidon and then click Nasty Plot, but yeah, you never know. If they don't click fake out into Miraidon, then this will be pretty cash money, and then I get off the Snarl, so we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, my opponent doesn't even click fake out. That's kind of wild. I was expecting them to fully click it, but we should be able to get rid of Cali Shadow this first turn. And it looks like that is Covert Cloak Cali Shadow as well, so Snarl would have not mattered too much, but yeah. Okay, so we get the kill turn 1. They were probably scared I switched in for Rigoraph, but even then, I don't know. For Rigoraph against these Zamazenta Cali Shadow teams, I know in theory it sounds good, but from the times I've used it against it, it hasn't felt as great, so Yeah, but the thing is now we can get just a free switch into Volcarona because Volcarona with its ability can just potentially burn the remaining attackers on the team, and we know that there is Rillaboom and Zamazenta, which both have a really bad matchup into Volk. My opponent has Incineroar. Okay, the thing is my Volk has Will-O-Wisp, so should be okay. I'm just going to Protect here just to cover for a Fake Out Body Press in that slot. I think if anything, like... Never mind. I think if anything, my opponent's gonna forfeit the match. All right. Well, that was quick. All right. I guess we'll. I mean, it's only 5 minutes. I guess we'll just. I guess we'll do a second game. Why not? It has been like 3 weeks since I posted a video, so I think you guys are deserving of a second game. So yeah. Let's just let's do that. Okay, we'll continue. Rank at 156, which is okay. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah. So the thing is with this Whimsicott, I know I was speaking about it before, but I actually, for the last move slot, like now it's Protect, which I mentioned, but that last move slot changed so many times. I tried Taunt at one point. I wasn't really as crazy about it. I used Light Screen, but it didn't feel as necessary with Miraidon having Assault Vest and Snarl. I tried Encore, but Encore, I'm like, I think it's a good move, but I'm not as crazy about it as other people just because I feel like it's very dependent on what your opponent does. And if you run into someone who's pretty smart, they're not going to just like click a move that they want to get Encored into because a lot of Whimsicott carry it. So I just did Protect as like the final move because it generally is just it's in general just a very good move. You can never really go wrong with it. But my opponent has this. This is a really interesting team. Do I actually even bring Miraidon in this matchup? I know it sounds crazy to like not consider it, but I don't know. Yeah, know what? Screw it. We're not going to go Miraidon in this matchup. I think we're going to do these 4. I don't really like Whimsicott here. It's bad against Volk, bad against Chen, bad against Zama. Miraidon is good. It just feels kind of weird leaving behind the restricted, but I don't know. Like, thinking about it, it's like I have to contend with Chen Pao. I underspeed it. If Dragonite's like one of these extreme speed sets, then I could really struggle. So I think I'm going to go no Miraidon here. So that feels kind of wild. But it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be okay. I think with these 4, I'll be able to potentially win this game, but we're going to have to see what happens here. Okay, so it's going to be Dragonite and Zama. I mean, I don't feel too bad about just protecting Ogerpon here. Yeah, we just have to be careful about these body presses because if we body press and my opponent switches into, let's say, like Volcarona, then that can be kind of an issue. I'm just going to Spiky Shield. Let's see what they do. Depending on what moves my opponent makes, and I could switch in Volcarona these next turns, but then I have to be very careful about readjusting and positioning because I don't want to get a situation where my opponent has Volcarona on the field and I don't have a way to threaten it and then just start setting up Quiver Dances because then that could be kind of a disaster. Yeah, so we're just going to immediately Terra, just kind of shed away that fighting weakness so we're not as weak to the opposing Zama. And then we'll see what happens from here. Okay, so what does my opponent do? Okay, Extreme Speed. That is going to break the multi-scale if that's what my opponent had. And we'll be able to get up a Body Press, which is pretty good. Okay. They Body Press into my own Zama. My Zamazenta is faster, which is important to note. There's a very good chance my opponent just protects with their Zamazenta. I'm going to now... I could switch out to either or. I think Volcarona is a better switch, just because if my opponent doesn't protect and they body press into the Ogre Pawn slot, then there is a chance that they could get burned. So yeah, I think this just feels better overall. So my opponent's going to switch out into their own Volk. What is it going to be? I can't read Japanese. It's going to be Kali Shadow. Okay, so that's a good thing that we went after Dragonite. I had a feeling they were going to protect, not switch, but this still works out for me just fine. My opponent Extreme Speeds. We're going to Heavy Slam. I think we just Y-Guard hard switch out into Fergaraf. Obviously, we reveal all 4 of our Pokemon, which is not great, but I think now it's kind of the time to set up Trick Room and then just hopefully make that work. The Y-Guard's to block any Astral Barrage that comes this way. It might very well be Terra Ghost, Kali Shadow, because a lot of the Kali Shadow on these Amazenta teams are running that kind of composition, but it's Terra Stellar, which is actually... oh, man. That's going to hurt. But yeah, we should be able to set up Trick Room, which is going to be pretty nice. And then depending on this, we could kind of switch in Volcarona. My opponent Extreme Speeds, we're obviously blocking that with the Armor Tail, so that's pretty good. It does Psychic. I'm wondering, this is probably Nizama. Yeah, so this is probably going to kill, if I were to guess. Yeah. That's okay as for right now. I mean, their Terra type is gone, so... yeah, let's immediately just bring in Volcarona. This Dragonite right now at this moment, I don't want to say that's useless, but it is going to have a little bit of a tougher time now. Yeah, we just immediately protect, just hard Trick Room, and then next turn we'll just Foul Play and then Fiery Dance the Kali Shadow. That should be pretty decent. Yeah, my opponent's going to switch out. So it's most likely Banded Dragonite they're switching out right now. I don't know what that is, though. That is their own Zamazenta. Okay. So not too shabby so far. Ooh, this thing is a Snarl set. Oh, man. Okay, this is actually going to hurt. Yeah, that actually really hurt. I mean, there's a very good chance my opponent just protects their Kali Shadow here, and if they don't, then they're going to take a lot of damage. So we're going to just Fiery Dance, Foul Play, and that should still do a lot. I think chances are my opponent will just probably double protect, just burn away a turn of Trick Room, and then this next turn, if they do double protect, then we'll double up into Kali Shadow. But yeah, Snarl, I haven't seen that in ages. The last time I think I saw Snarl Kali Shadow was on the World's winning team in 2022. I think it had Snarl on it. I think it was like Snarl, Astral Barrage, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect on Eduardo's team, but I don't remember 100%, so don't take my word on that. So we're going to do a lot of damage here. If we get a special attack boost, then this game's looking pretty good for us. So we're able to do that, and we do get a special attack boost, so if my opponent snarls, then it's not really going to matter here, which is pretty good. Yeah, but they do snarl. Oh, and they miss Volcarona. Okay, that's actually really good now. It would have not mattered. We would have been back in neutral and then like healed up some of that health with leftovers. But yeah, we're sitting pretty right now. So gonna bring in Ogre Pawn. We are almost max defense on Volcarona. This is really, really bulky Volcarona. So depending on what I see here, like it's gonna just kind of determine what happens. I think chances are my opponent brings in Dragonite. I just Ivy Cudgel it, Fiery Dance the Kali Shadow, and then we should be okay. I don't know what that is. Is that Raging Bolt? No, that's Dragonite. I cannot read Japanese, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we just do this, and then we should be okay. We have Trick Room for a couple more turns. My opponent's going to have to kind of dance around a bit, so... oh my goodness, you have to be joking me. Well, my goodness. What percentage of Dragonite run Rock Slide? Hold on, let me let me search this up. Give me 1 second here. It should be on the Pokemon Home account. Oh my god. Let me see. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Well, if I knew that was the case, I would have. Hold on. This has got to be like less than 20% or some crazy number. That's singles. Let's look at doubles. Where are you, Dragonite? Show up my my prints. Here it is. Okay, what percentage of them? Okay, you guys want to hear something crazy? Rock Slide isn't even in the top 10 used moves for Dragonite right now. The 10th most used move is Dragon Claw, which is at 12.6% usage. So that just completely caught me off guard. Most of them are Extreme Speed, Outrage, Scale Shot, and Protect. And then, yeah, I'm looking at doubles, right? Yeah, this is doubles, so... Oh, man, that's really funny. I mean, look, he caught me off guard there, so can't be too upset. I genuinely did not think it would have... yeah, I genuinely didn't think it would have that. It didn't even occur to me, so... But yeah, that's okay. It's whatever at this point. So, yeah, but I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to try to be more consistent, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.